Hey y'all, it's Juvie, and on this episode of Off the Shots, we have the one and only Cam Blaze herself. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
So, before we even get into it, let's go ahead and take a shot for my bitch, because one thing about it,
Two things for
she's
sure.
definitely on fire right now. We ain't talking about just because she Blazenminks, baby.
Period.
Whew, okay, let me go ahead and... Let me tell you one thing.
Maybe I did need a chaser. Maybe I did.
I was gonna say, Cameron, she literally was like, I do not need a chaser, but shit, I did.
Wasn't it bad?
Well, let's just go ahead and get into these questions, y'all. So, you know, it's a lot going on in the rap game, so we might as well hit it with a rap name. All right? All right, y'all, so we finna introduce a new game to the segment, and it's called Finish the Lyrics, okay? So the first one that you gotta finish is, I be with the shits, I'm gonna do a couple things. Make sure the money add up, makes sense.
Hold on. It makes sense. I don't know. That's my sister, though. I know that's my sister.
That's your sister's song. It's, yeah, I'll pop a nigga, drop a nigga, rob a nigga, stop a nigga, dug a nigga, buck a nigga. I don't give a fuck about a nigga. Let's be clear. Take a shot, though, bitch, because you didn't get that one. I'm sorry about it, all right?
I'll go ahead and fight, but we might want to have to fight about that one. I ain't tripping.
But now I ain't gonna lie. Let's be clear. But I know you know this one. Is you gonna smoke weed all day? Is you gonna smoke weed all day?
Bitch, on my soul.
On my
I'm gonna take the
soul.
shot. On my soul. I'm gonna take the shot. I'm gonna take the shot.
On her soul, she gonna take the shot because, baby, I knew the lyrics. Okay? Sorry about it.
I'm finna be drunk at this point.
Okay, so this is not a lyric, you guys, but it is a famous quote. All right? Life is like a box of...
Chocolate?
Life is like a box of chocolate. So you can get Forrest Gump lyrics right, but you can't get your sister's lyrics right.
I love Forrest Gump. I love my sister too.
Okay, give it tea.
It's just, I know the shit when it's played, but sometimes I don't know.
That's the song right there. Okay, so bitch, I know that song too. So spell he.
H-E.
Spell art.
A-R-T.
Put those two words together.
Heart. H-E-A-R-T.
Okay. She's not dumb. Maybe a little slow, but not dumb all the way.
I might not know some song lyrics, but I know how to spell.
Period. So spell receive.
Out of pocket. R-E-C-I-E-V-E. R-E-C-E-I-V-E.
Exactly.
But I still gotta take a shot.
You still gotta take a shot because you got that wrong.
That's
okay.
That's fine.
That's okay.
I done took 3 shots before this whole started. But
yes, she did. Now, this isn't even like a spelling question. This isn't even a finish the lyric question. This is just a question just to get your brain moving. You're locked in the back seat of your car. No keys. It's pouring rain.
okay.
How are you going to get out?
Locked in the back seat of my car. It's pouring raining. No keys.
How you gonna get out?
Go to the front and push the unlock button. What the fuck?
All right, so what you mean? She the first one to get that shit right. I ain't gonna count. Cause y'all, I was in that hole thinking like, damn, bitch, break the window, like the fuck. Then some cars they got the back seat, you could just push the little thing and get out the hood. But I was like, we're inside, we could just open it up, really.
Type shit.
Cause the most
you tried to make that a trick question.
I tried, but I guess it can't fool her. You just everything that you've been posting on social media recently, and then I want to say it's been about a year since you started your spiritual journey.
Going on 2 years, probably.
2 years?
Well, 2 years of self-realization, but it's really been since like 2018. I just ain't realized for real. I didn't realize.
Like what was going on?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by that?
Like, I feel like a big part of spiritual journey, you isolate yourself first. And so we talked about before we started filming, I moved out of Beaumont. So I was like by myself for quite some time, just sitting with myself, learning what I like and what I don't like. I didn't realize that was a part of the spiritual journey, but until I started really tapping in about 2 years ago, if that makes sense. It kind of be out the blue, so I can't really just put the pieces together, but it's been a while.
And what made you realize, like you said, because you didn't know at first until 2 years ago, what was that like aha moment? Like, okay, was it a Dr. CB video? Be fucking for real.
It wasn't. Like, I feel like recently I'm into books and I'm looking up certain things. But before that, it was like based off feeling. Like, it was too many synchronicities. It was too many, like, am I lucky? Am I blessed? Like, fortunate? Like, it was, everything was just falling together. Everything was just making sense. That's kind of like you got to go in depth in that type of subject, I feel. But, like.
Exactly, so
okay. It was like, I feel like the main thing that got me into it is when I had my son. I'm like, we really can have kids for real. Like
I'm creating a life.
I'm creating a life.
Right.
Because I was young and I always wondered, like, what does it feel like to have a child? It really feel like having a child in your stomach.
Right.
But besides the fact, though, it was just like, I'm having a self-realization that I'm forming a life. So I'm just really trying to, like, think about, no shade to my parents. Like, what is it that I didn't like? Or what is it I did like? So I'm just trying to figure out what type of parent I want to be. So I feel like that's what really started me on my journey.
You really just want to see you want to break those generational curses that you have seen and that you are recognizing so that you don't bring that onto your child type shit.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say that, do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I just wanted to ask that because,
I feel like that's a misconception.
Exactly.
It's a misconception about spirituality, but it's just we view God in a different light. Some of it like that.
Right. So I just wanted to ask that because, like you said, that is a very misconception.
Yeah.
So, okay, so she is a God believer.
I am.
Okay.
I am, for sure.
Okay, don't play with her.
I don't believe that God is what they depict in the Bible. I don't believe he's a white man with long ass hair and a beard. I don't believe that. No shade, but I do believe in God. I believe I'm made in God's image. So
right. I was just gonna say,
I believe that God, spirituality, basically,
we are our own God.
We believe that God is within us, as it says in the Bible. God is everything, so we don't put a specific portrait on God. It's just everything, everything. Yeah.
So what do your family feel about that? Like, how do they be looking at you? Like, because you already know how I feel like, y'all.
Yeah.
Anybody that see Cam, like, they'll be like, oh, she's just giving that vibe. Like, she's very spiritual.
Okay, so I'm going to say friends, too, because they are family. I've been I give hippie vibes, and it's like, that goes without saying, if you know, something like you read Forrest Gump, that one little segment where she just free-spirited, she was just soul traveling, basically trying to figure out. That's the vibes I give.
The girl, the love of her life. Yeah, Darla.
But
no,
I'm not family wise. They didn't. They expected me to be like this because I was always different for real, and I really act like my mother. Like, she's gifted in many ways, and your
mom is free spirited as well.
Yes, we have the same beliefs, so it's not a surprise. But I done had aunties come over and I'm burning sage and they like,
girl, what the hell type of witchcraft is this in this fucking house?
Yeah, they like, you doing, like, they trying to figure out, like, what's up for real? Like, what you conjuring up? And I'm just like.
But you know, like, that's taboo in, like, the black community. Like, we are, and I feel like, not to cut you off, sister, but you know, I gotta put a little thing razzle-dazzle on it. But I feel like in the black community, we were taught, enslaved to think that witchcraft, which is something that comes from our motherland, is known as witchcraft, taboo, stuff that we're not supposed to embark in because it makes us more powerful, you know. And that's why when black people see people doing stuff like that, they be like, we couldn't watch Harry Potter when we was little, we couldn't do nothing, because my mama always used to be like, you can't watch Harry Potter because it got witches in it. I used to be like, girl, what the hell?
My mama never said that.
Girl, my mama used to be that.
So see, the good thing about, like, my journey was easy because, well, it's hard, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's easy because I'm similar to my mother. Like, I feel like the stuff that she told us, she was always spiritual, but she didn't know. But she would always share her experiences, her dreams, and her stories with us. And to me, I believed her. She my mama for one. So as I'm getting older, I'm probably the only one out of her children. She has 4 kids that has this experience. So I'm like, I automatically know who to talk to. Like, I understand.
You can go to your mama and talk to her
it's
about
like similarities as me being an adult. Like, it's all coming together, but also it's just like, it's like it was taboo for me too, and so I started tapping in, and I guess if you want me to explain tapping in, but now it just makes sense. It is taboo for melanated people.
I was gonna say the tarot shit that you be doing. How you got into that shit? Cause like I'm not saying it like in no bad way. Cause I be into my readings. I got my little readings.
They don't know what
I
it is.
The readings. It's the readings, y'all. But
your reading was spot on though.
No, God, that's what I'm saying. I have readers. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I ain't finna be playing with them damn cards. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna be touching them damn cards. I don't know what's up in them cards.
So when I originally asked you and you told me, Tara, I said, how am I going to go about this? So I'm going to just tell it. And it's just, you got to really break it down and the spiritual people understand. So how I got into it originally, I was already tapping in. And when I say tapping in, like I'm meditating, I isolated myself. I'm changing my diet. Or I'm fasting to where like, if you actually read upon it, like when you change your diet to the low vibrational foods, like it's meat and
fast
sugar,
foods and shit.
I'm getting more. I'm basically fruit fasting and water fasting, which we all know. Y'all know before y'all know anything else that's good for you. Mm-hmm. When I started getting into that, I started receiving more downloads. And when I say downloads, it's like stuff is coming to me that I don't usually think about, and I'm like not thinking about it, but it's coming to me. So I'm folding clothes one day, and the word divination popped up in my head, and I'm like, that's odd. Yeah, so I called my mama. Do you know this word? She looked it up. She's like, I never heard that word. It sounds familiar, which she's already spiritual. And mind you, she tapped in, but she doubled back because she didn't have nobody to confide in.
So she felt like what she was doing was wrong.
And taboo, yeah.
Matrix.
So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, if I look this word up, I just called her. If I look this word up and it means something, I'm not crazy. Like, so I looked the word up. It's basically like divination is a form of like, I guess tapping into the future or like, what's going on now in the supernatural. Like, you obtain a knowledge that, I'm not going to say that you're not supposed to know, but it's like, it's future-wise or like...
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, divination. There's different forms. I choose tarot because, I mean, that was just the common one I feel like that I've seen. I feel like, I just feel like it resonated with me.
Yeah, and once you play with the cards and you really put your energy into the cards, it's really your energy in the cards. Right. Yeah, that's why you gotta do that.
That's how I got into it. It just came in my mind one day. I asked my friend for a book on divination. She had one. I didn't even read the book. It was coming so fast. Like I have spiritual guides. I go to like certain metaphysics stores. That's when where you get tarot cards, sage, and all that shit. So I'm just like, I chose my deck. I was on it, like I set my intentions. I feel like that's what you got to do. That's the main thing. Like when I wake up, I'm like, this is what I want to do, what I'm searching for. So I'm just aligning myself to where it comes. Like I find what I'm looking for. So I found the deck. I was doubting myself, like, and I'm still thinking, like, how the fuck this word came into my head, and I don't know what it means, or I looked it up, it means something, but, like, what necessarily is it? So, it was like, you was, like, the second or third person and somebody else, and y'all was, like, a spot on, so I'm just like, this is just what it is.
Oh,
like,
man.
I know, but I could always tell people, like, I would always sense stuff in the room, and could be like, I could tell people about themselves.
Empath.
I'm
vibe.
I'm empath for sure, but I just... The tarot, it gives you a direct answer, but I can do it without it. But if that makes sense, like
you can just do it without it. But the tarot will tell you
it's
what's
like
going
confirmation
on
for me and my I guess I would say client. So I don't know if I described that well, but it just came out the blue. Yeah. But it made so much sense. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you did start getting into it. I mean, I don't really know too much about it, but I know that you was definitely really spot on with mine. I only know about my sign and everything that's going on with me. So that's why I only ask people about myself. But you know.
As you should.
Okay. So what motivated you to start doing lashes? Because I was following you whenever you started doing that journey as well. So what was like, you just be doing shit. For real.
Now I just be doing shit. That was the pivotal moment of just doing shit. But my son, the original thing was, what can I do as a stay-at-home mother? Because before then, a lot of people know, but some people don't know. Because when I tell them this story, they be surprised. I worked at a prison for them 2 years before I had him. Because I straight moved out of Beaumont. I got my own place. I moved to Baytown, Houston area. And that was like, you know, that's the highest income I feel that most people in our area know without getting a college education or a tweet card. So I started doing that, and I left when I was 6 months, and it was during COVID, and it was just a lot of stuff going on, so I felt like I didn't want to be back and forth in places and have my son. So I'm like, what can I do? It kind of sprung on me on the, like, I can't tell you the moment where I'm like lashes.
Right.
My family, everybody in my family do hair, and I just knew that I didn't want to do that. So I'm like, I want to do something different. And I don't know what made me come up. I just don't know. It just popped up, and I'm just like, it just looked easy to me. So I took me a class, and that day I left the class, I was practicing every day from then, and it just went up since then. So it was really just to be a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah. And now, y'all, she is in cosmetology school. So my bitch is getting her license.
Esthetician school.
Oh, esthetician. I'm sorry, but she is getting the license for it. So like I said before, if you go into the bitches that only took 30-minute courses, your eyes are going to fall out, and I don't know what to tell you. Go to the license. Thank you.
I'm going to be done next month. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm already there.
But baby, you was in, at least you was trying to go to class.
Yeah.
Bitches is only doing the 30
I'm going to class.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, you also saying that all of your family members are hairstylists. Like, shout out to your mama, because she really do got the hairstylist, the rapper, the lash tech, and the barber on deck. Like, anything you need, baby, you can just go ahead and hit my mom.
Shout out to my mama for real though. She birthed some bosses.
Yeah.
That she did.
And did you feel like you moving out of Beaumont did make you just see a different side of different things? Yes. Like you said, you had to leave. Oh.
Yes.
Automatically, yes. Immediately, yes.
But it's just not even, it was, I could say that, yes, but just because I moved out so early, I felt like it's just me. Like, I knew it's like I wasn't, I don't know what the word is, but I knew I was being grown at the time. Mm-hmm. I moved out when I graduated, so I'm like, it gotta make sense. Like, I'm stubborn, so I don't want to go back to my mama and like I moved out being grown. Like, I gotta start all over. So I really was pushing, like, let me keep going.
You was like, I ain't going back to my mama's
house.
Right.
I had already moved out, was being grown, so I'm like, let me figure this shit out. And that's what started me on my whole journey. Like, I'm trying to figure out what pays the bills right now. Like, that was the whole fundamental, like, what pays the bills so I don't have to go back where I'm comfortable. And that's just how it started. That's
really good. And just with you being a private and closed off person, how do you feel with being with the past relationships that you've been in? How does it feel being with people that are in the public eye and so open with social media and stuff when you are not that type of person?
Okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to share this. I'm with somebody that's in the public eye right now. I'm not single. Y'all, people know that. It's like...
Do people know that?
Do y'all know that? I mean...
So, Cameron is not single, is what she's saying. Cameron is in a relationship.
No, I'm with somebody in the public eye. To me, it's...
Is it a different life?
It's a different life. Like...
Is it cool?
I don't
Or
think
is it,
it's
like,
cool.
overwhelming?
I'm not going to say overwhelming. Like, say my boyfriend has a lot of following and, like, he posts and it's just, like, out there. Like, people be in his business, and it's like he share obviously what he wants, so I'm not tripping on that. But me personally, I feel like we have a different following. That's what's different. Like, me personally, I don't be wanting nobody to know what I have going on, but I don't mind if he posts at the same time. But me, I just rather share, like...
The happy moments.
Not even... I don't share...
You don't share anything.
Moments. Like, I share...
We didn't know that y'all was dating till that nigga posted you. Like, let's be fucking for real. She would have never said nothing about this man if he would have never posted.
Like
Not like that, but I'm saying...
I posted my man, but you my homegirl,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know.
And it ain't even to hide stuff. It's just because I feel like...
Privacy is key.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like... I don't like people watching me. That's
messy.
Why I don't post.
You're
and we from two different places. It's messy as fuck. Like,
but you traumatized. They probably try to, and it's like, you can't even.
Yeah, like girl.
But that's the thing. Like, they can't even, so it don't even matter. And plus, you saying he got a following, you have a following as well.
But I was never worried about that. It's just the fact that we have two different personalities. I'm closed off, and he's open. I feel like if I didn't have a business, I wouldn't be on social media. So that's the main thing. Like,
that's true, because you really wasn't.
Right.
middle school
Shout
type
out-
vibes. Like, on God, she really wasn't on social media.
Shout
like,
out to my sister. She's the only reason I have followers. Jade.
you know, your sister is a rapper, and you do be on your sister videos. And I want to say, she do be shaking that thing. You can see her on the lick video.
I used to be shaking that.
And I was gonna say, but let me ask, would you ever consider like becoming a video vixen? You know, like
No. From the start, I used to just be like, I'm doing my sister videos only. Because when I used to do her videos and they go up, people would ask me, and I would just say, no, only Jade videos.
Right.
Because, like, I'm shy. Yeah, people don't know that shit. I'm really shy for real. And it's just like, I'm reserved, I guess. I'm shy around certain people. I'm not shy right now, but like, only her shit.
No, you are shy.
With you down there, huh? Only her shit.
But it's like, I can see.
Yeah. Only her shit. And of course, I would consider doing my boyfriend shit, but I feel like he wouldn't want me to do that for real. But
hell no.
It's only because I be saying
hell
like,
no.
only her shit. Yeah, I be taking
that.
Nah, I wouldn't do it for nobody else because it ain't even about how much I get paid. It's just about like
respect.
Yeah, and I feel like.
So you think video vixens don't respect themselves?
Yeah, it only be like how the men respect them. Like they do certain videos where they dance and they slapping their ass and shit like that. Like.
I feel like there's certain girls, though, that will let them do that. And other girls, hell nah. You ain't slapping this ass.
Nah. Even when I was single, I'm just like, I'm not with that. Like, nah, I just wasn't with that.
Yeah, so definitely cannot have Cam as a video vixen in your video, baby.
Don't even ask.
Already exclusive. Okay. But would you say you being an entrepreneur, you just traveling, just opening up these new avenues for yourself, would you say, you know, you are a mother, is it hard to do those things and do that, or?
I don't think it's hard. Like, I feel like I got over the hard part, and that was when he was a newborn, and it wasn't that hard. It was just kind of new for me, but what's weird is I never just did shit for real, so it wasn't hard to, like, I feel like I did a dramatic change in my life to where I'm like, okay, I just gotta not go out and focus on my son. Like, I planned him and I wanted him. So I feel like that's what's different between me and a lot of young mothers. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but I knew I wanted a child.
Right.
So, but right now he's old enough. We communicate. We like besties for real. So like, me traveling and stuff. Like I put it to where I have time for him, and then I do me. Like I have a balance. So it's really not hard at all. Mason is easy going.
Yes.
All you gotta do is buy him some shit. Like, whatever he asks for, he be straight. He don't be tripping for real.
And what advice do you have to young mothers that do want to travel and do want to do the things that you're doing, that feel like, you know, damn, like, you know, I ain't gonna do that. You know, I gotta take care of that baby. You know?
I feel
I'm
like
a bad mom if I go out. Like,
I feel like you're not a bad mother if you go out. Like, it was a random conversation I had with somebody one day. And they was like, if you have kids, it's just, that's it. And it's like, it's not it, but it's a balance. Like, of course, make sure your child's straight. Take care of your home as a woman. And when that's all said and done, you go out. But the advice I give is like, if you can do it, do it. If you can't, you forcing it. Nobody, like, don't leave your, people be leaving their kids at home. Like,
girl, the girl who, did you hear about the lady who left her daughter at home for 7 days?
I did. Like, I don't be on that type of time. And like, it gotta make sense. I feel like, if you can, go out. If you can't, just wait. Like, I don't know. Everybody's circumstances is different. Some people don't have a village. Even I'm a single mother, and I had to wait a little bit until, like, around this time where I can do stuff for real. But I just feel like, it's going to work out. Like, I feel like enjoy the time that you have with your child. Even though they don't, I feel like people just be... I don't want to speak on nobody's situation, but it's like they have a child and they just
speaking, but you speaking.
Right. That wasn't me. When I had my child, I was locked in until he was to a certain age to where he could be watched. Like my mama told me off the real. No shade to her, and I'm not mad at her because I was her last child. She was ready to live her life. She's like, I'm not watching no newborns for real. So when he was to the age to where he can kind of maneuver for himself and I guess talk a little bit, she was ready. But like, I feel like you will know when it's time to step out. Don't just be like moving vicariously when you have children. Let anybody watch your child. I don't do that. I mean, it'll take some time. I feel like time moves by fast. It's going to all work out. Like, spend your time with your child because you don't get it back. You don't. But just be mindful of the time you spend with your child and what you indulge in. Like, just have a balance. Mm-hmm. Everybody different. I'm a single mother, and I made it. Like, I made it work. Like, right now, like, it's working. But I really can't just say everybody's situation different. But
for sure,
once you have a child, lock in with your child. Like,
you gotta lock
really
in. Lock in with your child. Lock in with yourself.
For sure.
You gotta lock in with yourself first, so that you can even be able to lock in with your child. Because if you're not
that's
fully,
why I feel like people should lock in with themselves before they have a child. Mm-hmm. Like, if you get into that segment of spirituality, like, lock in with yourself before anything, and let it flow. Like, I kind of did it backwards, but it made sense. It depends on how strong-minded you are. Like, I wanted him, like I said, so I was trying to focus on myself and him at the same time. It was a balance, so I made it work. But I don't know.
Yeah, that is actually really good. It does make sense. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Trust me. Let's go ahead, y'all, and take a shot for entrepreneurship, just for being a single mother, like you said, taking care of these kids, baby, because if we don't do it, who going to?
Yeah, who gonna do it?
Okay.
Period.
And just to get more into entrepreneurship and you being a CEO and also a teacher to others, like, let's get into that. Like, how do you feel about being able to not only provide the service, but the same way that you learn from, of course, like you stated earlier, being able to give that to other women? Because don't you have to have, like, you have to be up there to be able to pass those out, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I feel gratitude, of course. Like, that's just the top feeling that I have. So much gratitude to be able to have a balance, to be able to teach, and then, like, to be able to master. Well, I ain't gonna say master because you're always evolving, but to be able to,
you mastered it, girl.
To get into it and then be able to teach, it's a wonderful feeling. Like, I didn't even expect it, but it's just like, it just happened. I don't know, but I'm grateful that I just knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mother, so I didn't even expect my business to take off how it did. Mm-hmm. But I just knew I wanted to solely provide for my household, which was me and my son at the time. Mm-hmm. Me being able to teach people, it gradually came with me just.
What made you be like, is that like more money, or was it like you really just fucking with that? Like, you really fucking with lashing? Like, you fucking with that?
I mean, it's both. Because I looked into the revenue of lashing and how many outlets it is, how much revenue it actually is. Like, when you first start lashing, it's just lashing. But when you really, like, study it, it's so many revenues into lashing. Like, you really can take off for it. It's definitely a career. So that got me into it when I started looking into it. But it was more so, like, I want to teach them the game because, like, it just came, to me, it came easy to me. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like it's easy when you're disciplined, you really want to do it and everything. It's easy for me to train people, I guess. Like, I don't know, but I mean, it just came naturally to me. Like, it came naturally to me.
Right.
Like, I started off with wanting to be a stay-at-home mother. I got into lashing, and it took off as soon as I started. So I feel like I was fortunate in that situation. But me being able to teach people, it came with me just. Like, I want people to see how much you can make as an entrepreneur in lashing, of course. Mm-hmm. Like, how you can provide for your child or children, how you can be able to pay your bills, how you can be a boss-ass female by yourself.
Right.
It was no handouts. So,
none, baby.
I wanted to teach them, like, let them know it's possible. You don't have to ask somebody for nothing.
And then, what you just, we got to get into the stories with the lashing. I know you had some crazy stories. We need to know, what is the craziest story that you done had lashing somebody?
I saw you ask somebody else the craziest story, and so I thought about it. I don't have one. Like, it's been easy going since I started. I haven't had a problematic client.
That's good, though. That means that the energy that you give, you ain't even giving it.
I feel like I be cautious of that even now because I'm spiritual, so it's just like I be knowing what clients to take, and I feel like the clients I don't accept to be not meant. So I be kind of having discernment on that end, but I haven't had a horrible experience. Every client that I have been easygoing, even if they have a suggestion like, maybe I don't like this and I want another set, I'm always willing to fix a problem. So I haven't had no problematic client.
What do we have next to see for Cam Blaze and Blazenminks, period?
I graduate next month, y'all. Congratulations to me.
Congratulations. We're going to take a shot to graduation.
I'm going to be an esthetician. I'm going to specialize. Right now, I specialize in lashing, all things lashing, whether that's lash courses or supplies. I want to get into facials and waxing, but the main thing is me making more revenue online, being able to teach people online, like all around the world, being able to travel. Y'all need to expect to see a salon. So if y'all want to promote y'all business or
clean to promoting business, baby.
Promote y'all business or y'all y'all talent, just hit me up. I'm gonna have a space available, whether it's tattooing. I want to be able to tattoo.
So basically, she finna be opening up a salon where we have not only hairstylists, lashes, just anybody. Creators from everywhere, even TikTokers. Shit, I have a room in that bitch.
Okay. That's what's next for me. When I graduate, I just want to open a salon for creators, and that's just like all around the board. I don't want to put specific on it, but
it's good.
If it benefits you in the shop, that's what's up.
Anything promoting the youth, y'all, we are definitely here for. And we're just going to end this episode of Off the Shots, y'all. And don't forget to follow me at Kid Juvie, Awftop TV. And don't forget to follow
me at K Blaze on Instagram.
And Blazenminks.
At Blazenminks on Instagram. At Blazenbody on Instagram. Cause
Oh, yeah. And
I got business for real.
Oh, it's body? Is that the one where we doing
it's
everything?
At Blazenminks, at Blazenbody, for sure.
And comment,
like, and subscribe.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.